Hey, this is Seth with Electrek, and today we're in a Range Rover PHEV or PHEV plug-in hybrid. These things have 70 miles of EV-only range on the WLTP cycle, or about 50 miles of electric-only range in the EPA cycle, or what Range Rover calls real-world driving. So I've actually been in this for about 2 days. We've been doing all kinds of adventures, and I kind of finally figured out how to get it to not, the gas engine not to turn on. So right now we're in EV mode. We've got 11 more kilometers of range, so that's not quite a lot, but we're also at the top of some mountains here. So theoretically I should be able to regen some here on the way down. Looks like we have some up to go though, so we'll see if I make it and what happens. But overall, I have to say, like, it's a really nice car. Range Rover's known for their mixture of luxury and adventure off-road. So pretty impressed all around. We just got off of some crazy trails. I think out of the like 8 or 9 cars that are in this group, there was only 2 flat tires, which for these like sharp rocky areas, which was kind of a good surprise, I guess. And the tires, that's going to happen every time. I think on the Rivian adventure we lost like 4 or 5 tires. Anyway, so we're still going uphill. We're still in EV mode, but I think it's going to kick over soon. We're at 6 kilometers of range. My ears are popping. We're about at the top of the hill. I don't have a lot of power right now. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that sounds like an engine. Ah! All right, so we at 4 kilometers, it was like, no, that's too much. I'm gonna try to put it back in EV mode as soon as I can. But you did hear the engine come on. I think this is like an 8-speed or something. Who cares? It's gas. Wow. But overall, like, I have to say, not a bad ride. If you are in gears, they made us actually ride the gas version a little bit earlier, and that wasn't the worst gas version I've ever seen in my life. All right, so we're putting it back in EV mode. We're EV mode active. We got 4 kilometers of range. Let's see what happens here. I'm not going to stomp on the accelerator, but it should show us here. Maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. So let's see what happens here. 4 kilometers of EV range, EV mode active. You actually have to put it in eco mode to get to even this setting, because otherwise it shifts back into hybrid mode almost instantaneously if you put it in EV mode. All right, we're at 3 kilometers. This is like a Kramer run with the gas. Don't know if we're gonna make it to the top of the hill by the time the EV range runs out. Let's see. So I was kind of aggressive on the accelerator before. I'm gonna kind of ease off and try to see if we can get it. All right, we're at 2 kilometers of EV range. It still hasn't kicked in the motor. Having fun yet, guys? All right, here's 2 kilometers. We're still not at the top. We're on a plateau or something. Maybe there is no down. Maybe we were down. So yeah, I guess we're gonna see what happens. 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer. Not gunning it. Oh, we're gonna lose it. We're going up this is a little bit of a hill here. I don't think we can make it up to the top of this. Nobody's behind me, so I'm gonna take it really easy on the accelerator. 0. All right, we're at 0. Is there anything left in the tank? Looks like that green light is, that green circle is pretty much gone. All right, so what happens here is we turn into a mild hybrid, and it should click on any minute now. Unless we can make it to this ridge here. 0. Yep, didn't hear it that loudly, but the engine did kick on. So we're now operating kind of like a hybrid, like a Prius, which is fine, I guess. If you have 50 miles of electric only range, that's going to get you most of your daily commute. It's going to give you, 50 miles on your way to wherever you're going. I did see it has DC fast charging, so theoretically I could go find a charging station and charge this thing up. Oh, what's that? It's kind of cool. But I think I don't think this calls for a charging session, so that's about it for the drive. Let's see, what else can we talk about here? There's no autopilot stuff, but we do have lane assist, which is kind of nice in keeping us in the lanes. You have all your dials here. I do think it's kind of weird that they don't have a volume like anywhere. They have the forward and back buttons, but volume's all the way down here. So if you want volume, you got to go down there. If you want forward and back on your music, you got to go left and right here. It does have the Siri button if you're connected by Carplay, and you can do phone stuff. And then this is all cruise controls things. Overall, the mapping is adequate. I did have some time, exit, so probably not the best thing to do, but there's a bike race going on in Madrid, and they put us in a hotel in the middle of the city. So it's like a nightmare getting in and out of the city, which, we're going to do in a little bit. But, I noticed the navigation was like a step behind. I would say maybe 50 meters or maybe like 2 seconds, which is really frustrating because in the city, you're looking, you need to make a left, you need to make a right, whatever. And the road would go by, and then a second would go by, and then said, you need to make a left. And actually that road that I just left is the one I need to make a left on. So navigation, not great. I have CarPlay on here. CarPlay seems to be working pretty well, but it does have that lag as well. So, you hit the next song, you can probably count 1 100, 2 100, and then the song will flip over. But that's just a wireless CarPlay thing that I think we see a lot. What else? Overall inside, really nice, as you would expect from a Range Rover. Kind of their thing. Luxury and off-road at the same time. That's kind of their niche. The thing I keep coming back to is all right, so I have a Rivian reservation. Is this thing tempting me at all? Range Rover Sport plug-in hybrid. And I'm going to say no. And just the acceleration on the Rivian, the fun stuff it has, the tire inflator, the just intangibles are really cool. It's not enticing. So I know a lot of people are gonna like this car. It's nice that you can get 50 miles of electricity before you kick onto the gas. One of the engineers I spoke to said he's got a 50-mile commute every day, so 25 miles each way, and he uses almost no gas unless it's cold or he has to go off course or whatever, and he plugs in at home and on a low power charger. I guess they're in the UK, so they have 240 or 220 or whatever, but it's a lower power charger, and it gets them almost entirely electric for 50 miles a day. And then on the weekends he'll use some gas, and he says for every 1,000 miles he drives, 600 or 700 of those are electric. So I guess that's a pretty good mix. And a lot of people are probably asking, well, why do you even cover plug-in hybrids? Well, the issue is that the batteries are, the global battery supply is the bottleneck, right? We don't have enough batteries to make every car electric that we're producing. So if this car can get the first 50 miles and most people's commutes on electric, that's better than nothing. And then if you think about it, all right, so say this has a 25 kilowatt hour battery. Is it better to have 4 of these on the road, taking, that much electricity or that much fossil fuel off the table? Or is it better to have like a P100 Tesla and one of those? So 4 of these and 1 Tesla both use 100 kilowatt hours of battery. I kind of believe that 4 of these doing commutes and, you know, whatever, and using 60 to 70% electric versus gas is going to do better than one, you know, fully electric vehicle. So that's kind of why we're still covering plug-in hybrid vehicles. Personally, I would prefer every car to be electric, obviously. So that's just kind of final thoughts. This is a great car. The electric only mode is the way to go for sure. If you do more than 50 miles of travel a day, maybe you want to pass on this. But this, you know, it does everything you kind of throw at it. Off-road, luxury, nice drive on the highway, fairly quick, but not anything close to Rivian. And so, you know, if you're contemplating this or a Rivian, in my personal opinion, I'd probably go with the Rivian. Anyway, that's it. If you like the video, like and subscribe. We will talk to you soon.